Okay, so let's get the real dirty down deep.
And then you got those friends where, like you said, it's just hard time. Like, hey, which ways are the communications going? Because once I start seeing your efforts, then that
On the sideline, we're going to jump right in with our past items and weekly recap. I'll start us out. So, I am in the middle of track season. We haven't officially had a track meet because we have been traveling for band, and have missed those that have occurred. And we had a music festival he got to participate in that was in Indianapolis. He was the only Kentucky school. So heavily in band right now as far as the mom life is concerned. Um, Work is going pretty well as well. Slow but smooth. Um, those are my past items. Who would like to go next?
I'll go next. Past items as they've already passed. Dalen is entering senior year, not entering. He's exiting, and he just recently completed a college visits. He had a good time. Interesting to see how this process goes for him solo, and we'll keep you posted.
I know he went to visit Midway. Were there any comments, feedback he had from his visit?
He liked it. He had fun. And like they went to a baseball game, got to see the football field. Of course, he chummed it up with the football coach. Um, Not a lot of us there, but to be expected. He said it's a really small campus, but he could see himself there.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad he had a good time and got to mingle with some folks. So that's good.
First he ate, forgot where they went. Taco Bell, McDonald's, something basic. But he liked it.
Hmm.
The prospect of college, it now seems to be an interest
That's good.
and not a forced obligation.
It's the best way to have it.
Tanisha Loren, are you with us?
Yeah, I was talking, but I guess my signal was bad because you started talking. So Women's Health Week for me, I had a doctor's appointment. I went for my physical just to check the basics, mention some concerns here. And it was really a doctor's appointment because I had repeating issues with I guess that lower abdomen area from a previous hysterectomy. So the doctor sat in, she reviewed my files, kind of explained things to me based off the symptoms that I was giving her. And then what I appreciate from her side was that she's like, since it's kind of hard to really tell what it is, and it could be carrying over for the hysterectomy, and since we just did ultrasound 2 years ago, I'm not that concerned, but I'd like to get your opinion on it. So I kind of told her, I was like, now that you say that, it makes more sense because they did tell me that the pain or tension that I would feel from the hysterectomy could be ongoing. I was like, but I didn't know how many years it was going to be because it's been like 6 years. So I just felt heard and, valued when my doctor was like, I'd like your opinion on it versus saying, oh no, we're not going to do anything. She wanted to get my opinion first. And it's best to keep those health checkups once a year, visit the doctor after that 6 months later, just so everything's consistent in the charts. But yeah, I've got, of course, some dieting things that I need to work on. But it's kind of a given before I went in there. So I'm excited.
Good to hear, and always good that a doctor is willing to take in your perspective. So that is good news. Good news. Next up on the docket, are we ending this episode? Because that was like 7 minutes.
We can do, did we do upcoming already? Or
We'll end it. Um,
hey, we're kicking it off. Just discussed our past weeks. Now we're going to talk about what we all have upcoming. For me, I'll kick us off. We have our spring break, which we're currently headed to now. We are headed to Great Wolf Lodge in Gurney, Illinois. We're excited. The kids are pretty excited. It's everyone's first time, I think. I don't know. So we're pretty excited to travel and be on the road. And then we've got track coming up. Trade-in will be a jumper. They called him, selected him first practice that he'd been to do the jumping, so he's pretty excited about that. It's a pretty good program. I like how they work with the kids, do stretches and exercising and all that beforehand. Have them run a couple laps beforehand. So I'm excited to see what track has in season for trade-in, and then we'll be working with Kesslin, continuing basketball. Her first game will be starting soon. So excited to see her out there on the court with the first and second graders in AAU.
well, track mom, basketball mom, that will be exciting. Um, Track season, well, yeah, it's a whole bag of worms on its own. Is he exclusively a jumper, or will he be able to start running? How does that work?
They had it to where you could sign them up and like what they would be interested in. So I put him down for jumping, put him down for 100, 200, even put him down for hurdles just in case. It's a jumping thing. That's how we got here. So they assess him during the practice. So he hasn't officially, they haven't officially said whether or not he'll be running, but they've said for sure that he will be jumping.
Hmm. Well, that's
So,
good.
yeah, I think they're trying to work it in. And the practices have been small. You can kind of tell that a couple of people are still missing. So, but he's been running the 100 and 200 during practice.
Mm, well, that's good. I'm excited to see how he does as a jumper.
Now, since I don't have a child in track, what exactly is a jumper? Is that just long jump? Is that just hurdles jump? What we jumping?
Great question. As far as I know, it's the long jump and triple jump because as I see them practice, that's what I see them working out, working on. And it's funny that you say that because when we told your son Alonzo, he was like, "Is that that thing they do with the pole?" And I was like, "No, that's the pole vault."
Yeah,
Hmm.
we on track over here.
That was funny when he said that. You didn't get to some shot put. That's what I did. I wasn't no runner. Lee was the runner. That wasn't me. That was Lee.
She's a runner. She's a rock.
It was funny because I was talking about Hershey's and I was like, I don't think I did Hershey's. I said maybe because I was there because of my sister. Because I don't remember running or doing nothing during Hershey's.
Mm-mm-mm.
That's hilarious. So many kid memories. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yes.
Ah,
Okay, Lee, what's going on with your track life season?
Yeah, we still haven't made a track meet just yet, but this week for spring break, Darian is going on the HBCU tour with church. They'll be traveling through the Carolinas. We'll just say, don't want to misspeak and say north or south. Through the Carolinas. HBCU tour. Um, his best friend gets to go, so that was nice. Kind of, there was some extra seats on the bus, so I was able to communicate that outward. And his best friend gets to go, and they get to room together. So that'll be fun. He leaves tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. For me, we just went to. Oh, that was a past event, but I'm gonna talk about it. Anyways, we went to the Ernest J concert comedy show Friday, and then this Sunday we're going to John Legend. So, yay! A calm week to chill. No afternoon activities. So nice, relaxing time for spring break. And what about you, Celeste?
Baseball, baseball, baseball. I told my son he didn't have anything for spring break, but I think there's a tournament that starts tomorrow. So, oldest has got 3 days a week. There's a game, more than likely. There'll be at least one game throughout this whole tournament. And Alonzo is just chilling. We're just at home practicing our drum. Right now it's silent, which is amazing. He's out with his father. I don't know what they're doing. They're gone. They're not here. So it's quiet.
Nice, peaceful Sunday. And since we're recording on Sunday and it's Resurrection Sunday, I had so many childhood memories pop up. Yeah, random thought just came to mind.
What's that thought? What's that question? Easter egg
Oh,
hunt? How many
yeah.
people hunted eggs today?
I know we should bring that back because, yeah, we should definitely bring that back. I rode past the church and they had just laid out all the eggs. And I was like, oh, they still do it on the Sunday because where we go, they do it the Saturday before.
Yes, the Easter egg hunt, the getting dressed up for Easter. Was church practice this morning?
Oh, let me tell you the hot topic on church. So we went to the early morning service, right? It was dark anyways because it was 7 o'clock in the morning. So we walking in, and the parking lot people got their flashlights on. And I was like, okay, it is dark out here. Y'all being precaution. Thank you. But then we walk in the side door of the church, and that hallway light is out. And I was like, okay, y'all real dramatic with it. He is risen. Y'all gonna turn on the lights when okay. I'm just gonna take it all in. And so then we get in the sanctuary and the emergency lights is on and like the big projector screen is off. And I was like, oh my God, this is probably the absolute worst Sunday to not have power.
Oh my God.
And so they, you can sense the elephant in the room, but nobody's really saying anything. So we just going through the church motions, feel real old school. I was like, it sounds different in here. Why does it sound different? Whatever. Get my little clap on, and then one of the reverends starts doing the litany for the morning. And girls, ma'ams, when she got to the word, why the power come back on?
Oh my God.
In the
Because
name of
y'all,
Jesus.
because y'all called upon the spirit
I know I said a
and
prayer right before she said that.
the spirit revealed itself.
And she said, and it said, zoom, and the power came back on. I kid you not.
In the
So
name.
yes, in the name. So of course it was like a sigh of relief after the power came back on, and everybody started testifying like, "Yeah, yes, he is. Has the power."
They just choking.
But yeah, that was the entertainment for my morning. But we was in and out. I mean,
Okay,
I was
so was the sermon done in the dark?
no, it came back on. So Litany's at the very beginning of service.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
It's okay. It's okay. We're here to exchange. at the beginning of service. Then it goes into the rest of the singing and then the preaching and the all the things. And it was first Sunday, so it was a lot that had to get done in the hour. So, but yeah,
Amen.
he preached a good message. Amen.
Amen.
And Lee, sorry, it's listed. I was choking, but
It's all recorded. She was like,
the mic muted. um, but your text message this morning when he was like early. I can't say it without saying it like the one and only says it.
early,
Say it.
early.
It was so funny because when Pastor got to his little, his impart, his sermon, and he was like, I can bet you all my Baptist preachers is they hit that word. Y'all know what that word is. I didn't go after that. I was like, oh my God.
Mm. Our next segment are hot topics of this week or in our lives in general. And we're going to start out with Tanisha. What is your hot topic?
So hot topic for me, or just hot topic, is friendship in this season of life. So many of us and a lot of people are outgrowing friendships or redefining them. So my question is, why do friendships feel harder in your 30s and 40s? And
You
for
know, when you first
me,
said that, oh,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
girl. No, go ahead, girl.
When you first said that, I thought you said friend shifts, like shifting around. And
Mm,
I was like, okay, play on words. I like it. But go ahead with
maybe
yours.
that's what they should be called. If they an
Mm-hmm.
associate, it's a friend shift because it's gonna shift at any moment.
Mm-hmm. They can start and stop and clock in and clock out. It's a shift right there.
No, it's to say, I say for me, I feel like it was difficult in my 30s because I that's when I had trade-ins. I had my first child. I was a new mother, just getting back into going to church again, marriage, dealing with corporate life drama. And at some point, it was like everything just kind of shifted. And I think it's just the phase that you could be in. I don't want to put any life phase on any particular number of your age because it's different for everybody. So I think where you are as an individual also impacts your friendship. And sometimes people just grow apart. So for me, if I start to feel like that sudden shift or something's changed, I'll ask the question like, what are your expectations of me as a friend? How can I be a better friend? And I listen to what they say, but then I also pay attention because sometimes if it's like I'm the one I feel like I'm giving more effort, then I'll cut back on the effort just to see which direction the wind blows. Because if it gets to the point, where I hate to use this word, you just become like a Facebook friend, then that's fair enough for me as well. But then it's also funny because I'm like, it gets harder. So once it's like over,
We heard the last thing was, when it comes to a Facebook friend and it's officially over. And now what did you say after that?
yeah, it's like, is it at that point to where it's just okay? Well, we're no longer friends. We're ghosted. Is it clear, or is that a conversation sometimes worth having? And it's interesting because I've talked to a friend about it, and it was like certain particular friendships. They was like, no, reach out, have that conversation, and then other ones is nah, don't worry about it. It's done. So it's just interesting. Is that something that should be addressed, should not be addressed, or is it clear on both sides? We ain't friends no more.
That's fair. I'm in the have a conversation era of my life. So if the like you said, depending on the level of friendship, it might be worth a conversation. If it's a one-way street, like I'm just pouring in, pouring in, pouring in, and the other person's not, then to me that's not worth the conversation because I can clearly see where you stand in our friendship. Um, but yeah, being more intentional, I think was the hardest part in seeing who else is intentional about you um, is very eye opening.
Believe your actions say everything. So I feel like I'm past the point of conversations or asking people, what can I do better? Because people will take advantage of that. So if we only friends on Facebook, like you said, that's cool. If you text me once every 6 months, that's cool. If I talk to you once a week for 4 hours each time I talk to you, that's cool. Which ways are the communications going? Because once I stop seeing your effort, then that is going to determine the amount of effort I put forward as well. So I go for actions. And all actions might not be intentional. Maybe somebody's going through something. Maybe they didn't know how to talk to you about it. Maybe they just needed a break.
Yeah.
I get that. Everybody got stuff going on. Life is life for everybody. People got kids, people got husbands, people got businesses, people's going to school.
People taking their parents, like
Yeah, it's like,
roles have reversed. Yes.
but I also don't feel like, I'm not taking up that much stock in somebody else's life outside of my family for me to be like, oh my God, what can I do better? So you will be there for me. That's not me. If it's yours, what's for you is for you. It comes back to you. It was meant to be. If it wasn't, it don't.
Yeah. And just yeah, I guess when you feel it start to shift, and I guess that's why I ask questions for clarity. So it's not when you just all of a sudden quit talking to me, or when you pull back the effort, and then it's like here they come with they effort, and it's like oh, so but
But that's the
yeah,
thing. If I wouldn't have pulled back my effort, would you still be making an effort to be my friend?
that part that's what I'm talking about.
Mhm. I think we're both y'all are both aligning. Like one is
Yeah.
action based, but one is conversation driven. Like I'm gonna change how I show up. Now it sparked the conversation, or it sparked somebody else's behavior to change. So they kind of intertwine.
Yep. But yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I got plenty of friends to where, like you were saying, Sliss, I might talk to one friend once every 6 months. Might talk to one friend every day through, text, phone calls every now and again. And then, you got those friends where, like you said, it's just hard time. And like, hey, I need an ear.
Hmm.
So it's different seasons and different, I guess, roles that each friend can play or will play. But that's just something that's kind of I've been curious about, like when to let go.
Yeah, we've and that's I have pods of friends. So I have my childhood friends, I have my friends from college, and then I have my friends that I met at work that have become friends outside of work. So the when to stop has shifted honestly amongst all groups. And you've had those moments of like, am I pouring in too much to this? And then y'all click back up and it's like, okay, it was just a moment in time. Things got slow, things got dry. We wasn't reaching out either way. But yeah, I could see having that hard conversation because there has been a stop in a friendship and it was hard and the conversation circles back around every now and then. But again, it was about who's reaching out versus who's not. So Any other insights about friendships in this season?
I think I'll speak for my age group since I'm the oldest. I just don't have no time for no new friends, no new personalities to learn, no nothing. My friends know my attitude, my behaviors, my postures. It's gonna take a whole lot for somebody new to learn that. A whole lot. Like I even watched a coworker. I said something the other day, and they were like, "But the way you said that, it's very hard to read your sarcasm." First of all, this is through a Teams chat, so whatever you put on it is what you put on it. But that's not what I meant. So it's just like I don't have 45 notes of years of cliff notes to give nobody. So it was meant to be. It's already been.
Wow, we wait for her to come back in. My circles have always been small. I've never had a large group of friends. They've always been very close and very well knit. Um uh, I wouldn't cast out no new friends. I just keep people at a distance. Like I can get to know you as far as using the friend title and let you in my inner circle. That's a journey and
So
that
right.
takes time.
So no new friends. I can have new acquaintances, new
Okay.
associates.
That's fair.
She's
Because I
got new
don't use the word, oh, that's
friendships.
my friend.
Okay.
Like it's whatever. We can be cordial. We can talk.
And it's so funny you say that because the one friend I have, it took me forever to like call her my friend because I'm like, oh yeah, that's my coworker, and she was like, why don't you call me your friend? And I was like, girl, we coworkers.
We're out. There's a difference.
And it's like she would call it out every time. She's like, I don't know. I feel some type of way that you don't call me a friend. And I was like, I mean, at that time we didn't have the relationship because I could have said then, like, girl, I don't really see you like that. But now I do. But yeah, that's funny.
In my back. Can y'all hear me? Am I
Yes,
staticky?
you're
Am
back.
I
Well, hold that thought.
testing? Testing.
Okay, go.
Fast.
I had my experience of trying to build a friendship through coworker, and it didn't go the best way. So I put that wall up, but it's always interesting because I always end up like being the ear of somebody, and then they've confided in you about some stuff that they may have not confided into anybody else. So, you're just being an ear, but then it's like, oh, you're my friend. And
Okay, the last
uh,
word I heard was being an ear. Way we define friends versus how other people, and we're very likable people. I think that can be confusing. Like we're charming, we're welcoming. That don't mean I want to be a friend. Like I'm just a nice person.
yes. And Celeste, you are a likable person.
Who the why is your audience? Oh, for clarity, is you was making that face because we said likable, and then your eyes got big. Like I'm not likable. Like that's the way I read that. Is that
Oh no. I had my
Okay.
microphone on mute and Dalen was
Okay.
hocking up a loogie behind me in the kitchen.
okay? Got it.
Oh. The opportunity you give to make it clear is like, I'm not here to make no friends. Make you a likable person.
I,
Because you're just
I,
real. Like, I'm friends.
I need to change that because people be getting on my nerves.
Oh, I'd be like, oh, she a real one. She direct, she up front. I ain't got to worry about nothing.
I mean, I try to be. It takes too much energy to be fake, but I try to not even talk to people, and people still talk to me.
Facts.
Oh well, gift and a curse.
Facts. Yes. All right. Are we ready to shift to our next hot topic?
Yes.
Okay. hot topic is for those who watch Paradise.
Oh, I
And
don't.
it's okay. It's okay. You can chime in. Oh, Paradise, girlies and boys. See the finale.
I watched it.
So good. What are your theories? And AKA, there are spoilers if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I was lost. I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't know nothing about this whole time thing until I started reading on social media. So I
Are
was
you
one of them.
serious?
Yes, I knew it was something behind the nosebleeds, the blurry vision, but I didn't think it was that.
Oh
And
my
so
god.
I
So
was
for
like,
you, like me and Mario,
oh,
we had to go back and watch because the scientists hinted at me and my wife like to travel. So where was y'all traveling if she got sickness? Y'all was using a time machine is what I went with.
oh, that's valid. That is very
And then
valid.
and then if you then me thinking through, it's always going back to the past and forward to the future, back to the past and forward to the future. This happened in the past and impact to the future. Like the whole theme of it is time.
Very true.
You didn't have
But
enough
when you
time
break
to
it
get
down
to the
like that,
bunker. Like, yeah, it's so much.
and I don't know, maybe the season finale was good. It was great. But I think I saw everybody else's uh post, not giving away no spoilers, but just saying, "Oh my god, I'm speechless. I'm shocked." Da 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 da. And I'm just like, I guess I was expecting more. Maybe if I wouldn't have saw people's posts and then watched it, I would have had the same reaction. But I was like, yeah, I don't know. Okay.
People did hype it up. I stay off of social media. So what I'll do is I'll watch the latest episode. Don't get on social media. Especially TikTok is bad. My algorithm with TikTok is all paradise. So I stay off of TikTok. And
So like you
then
said, paradox.
I stay off of TikTok. And then after the episode, I'll be like, okay, let me see what other people seen in this because maybe I missed something. And then like
Yes.
that is like my recap of like, oh, maybe that could be possible. But I try to stay off before I watch the episode.
Yeah, that's good advice. Because I was, don't get me wrong, like it was really good. It was just like I felt like it was overhyped, but it's because somebody said it, like everything. But I don't. It's weird because any other TV series that I've watched, it's like you get it all. Like if it's the season finale, they're gonna tell you something at the beginning, and you know your answer before it's over. It's Paradise. I feel like they will take a whole series before you find the true answer. So it's like they slowly build up because I was already expecting them to start seeing what it looked like in a new life. I thought he was gonna go to Alex and use the activation card before the episode was up, and I got to wait a whole.
Yeah, a whole season. I think that's the build of it, like the murder mystery part of it. And to pull Celeste in, do you think you will ever watch it?
Giving me like Lovecraft mixed with
Mm,
Stranger Things, just from what I'm hearing about it.
okay.
I gotta finish Reacher before I commit to anything.
Okay.
And once I'm done with Reacher, then I can take a peek.
What is Reacher? I haven't. What network is this?
It's on Prime,
Mm.
and I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, he was in the movie Playdate, and I was just amazed. The man looks like AI. Like he's tall, he's built, he's so then anyway, I was going through something and TMZ was talking about where he punched his neighbor in the face over them dirt bikes and motorcycles that was riding in Tennessee. And I was like, I didn't know he was that close. And then I found Reacher and I just anyway, it's about this ex-military. I don't know if he was a cop, but he led a special unit in the military. And then he left the military And I ain't gonna say he went AWOL because he was already out.
Mhm.
He solves his brother's death in the first episode. And it kind of gives like, did you ever watch Leverage? It's a whole bunch of missing, it's a whole bunch of moving parts that different people handle, but he gonna find out. He gonna
Mm.
take care of it, but he got everybody else that helps him. Anyway, it's really good, and he's really beautiful. So I just watch every episode I can.
I might just turn into that. We are on our series TV stuff, so we have TV time. So
It's a lot of action. It's a lot of blood. Some few booty cheeks in there. Not a whole lot. Few booty cheeks, and
what is happening with her?
it's just the whole like putting it together, the clues of it all, kind of like Blacklist. It's got a element of all that added in.
Oh, Tanisha was a not a blacklister, but she watched Blacklist.
I
Yes,
was a
so it's
blacklister.
like Blacklist, and then I found out that he's got that movie on shit Netflix called War Machine. So I'm focused on him because he's Reacher. But then I found out that the little dude that was in the Book of Clarence, what's his
Okay,
name? It's not RJ. RJ Kyler.
sure.
Anyway, he was in. Was it The Harder They Fall, the Black Cowboy movie?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Mhm.
He's in War Machine too. So now I gotta watch it. But yeah, I'm pretty absorbed with Reacher right now, so I can't be distracted. And each episode's like 45 minutes, and I'll be watching it folding clothes, waking up. Because Amazon don't do that. Are you still watching? Either you gonna watch it or you gonna miss it.
Facts.
Okay, so there's potential for you to watch it.
There
I
is
wrote.
potential.
Okay,
Yes.
I wrote your shows down. I think there's another one I'm gonna throw at you. We watch
Wait,
From.
Never heard of it.
It's really good. I don't know how to describe it, but these people, I do. These people travel down this road and they get trapped in this town and they can't get out.
Are they black?
It's a mixture. It's very diverse.
Is it a sundown town?
Nah, well, technically yes, because creatures come out after sundown.
So it reminds me, and I don't know if y'all big into the Marvel world, but that spin-off show where what's his name? Dream, not Dream. Anyway,
Green Arrow.
WandaVision. Did y'all ever watch that? Did y'all watch?
I watched the
Yes,
TV
girl.
series.
When you said that town and they get stuck, it made me think of that.
You
It
said Green Arrow.
does.
Hey, let me write that one down.
Girl,
No,
nobody said Green
WandaVision.
Arrow. I said
Oh,
I did say Green Arrow, but it's WandaVision.
okay. Wanda. Oh, I think I started that but didn't finish.
oh my God, it's good.
Okay, so here's a question. When you start watching TV shows, do you follow an actor that you're familiar with? Is it because it's a trending show or along the line of your genres? I know that's a lot.
That's a
It's a
complex
I can
question.
no, it ain't, and I can answer all of them right now. I follow along the line of my genre because I like action and like not cold case, but like suspense thriller. I don't know what that would be.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cop shows, detective shows. So that's in my genre. Am I following a certain actor? Yes, because the first time I seen the dude that plays Reacher, it was in Playdate. And I was just like, this man cannot be this big and built like this in real life. And then I started watching Reacher, which has all of the above, and it has comedy. And he is probably now my favorite actor. But Reacher came out in 2022, and I just now found out about it.
No, yeah.
And I started from the beginning. It was like, you didn't watch Reacher? I was like, I just found out about it like last night. So yes, that's how it goes. Action, thriller, problem solving,
Mm.
Iron Man, fight scenes. There you go.
I I'm a mixture. So I like the mystery problem solving. Uh, like comedy prefer, but goriness because Mario be finding stuff and I'd be like, Let me just watch it. Okay, try to get through the goriness because I know I got a sensitive reflex up in here. So, yeah, I don't think I have one. When I select TV shows, it's either based off like reviews or it's, hey, you should watch this show. Have y'all heard about this series? Or I just be late night sleep and be like, oh, let me check out the show. What is it called? Home Economics. Have you ever heard of that? It's kind of corny, kind of funny, but it's a mixture.
You
But
thought about you said home economics and you said the fullness of both words, and I just thought of middle school home ec. That's,
but
that's all I
that's
can
one
think
of
about.
my go-to shows. Of course, Abby. But as far as like series wise, unless Mario finds it or I hear about it, like I'm not searching for those type of TV shows.
Yeah, I think I'm all the above. It used to start out with following the characters because The Wire was probably my real first TV series. And you got Wallace, and you got look, I can't even think of nobody else other than Wallace.
Bodie.
Bodie.
Bodie. You got Wallace, you got Bodie, you got the woman that was the detective on there,
It's just Elba.
McNulty.
Yeah, you got
Idris
Avon.
Elba,
You got
Avon, yes, there
String
we go.
Bell. What
So
are we
then I think
talking about?
it started with all of
Mhm.
them. And then I guess that's what got me into the like detective. I really like drug lord stuff, um,
Did you watch
drama,
football?
comedy. Did I watch what?
Snowfall.
No, and I think I never caught on to Snowfall because I was watching too many TV shows, and I was like, I can't add another one to my list. And I was like, but this can't be better than whatever I was watching that was the jerk show at the moment. So I was like, it's not better than that, so I'm not gonna watch it.
Mm.
I mean, to me, I watched the last two episodes. That's all I've seen of the whole series was the last two episodes, and I didn't feel the need to go back and watch the rest of it.
I can't. I have to go back and watch the rest of it.
I
Mm-mm.
mean, it was okay. I think I maybe watched the first season, but after that, I was like, okay.
Yeah,
Because I think it was in the mix of like Power ending or something else coming on, The Forest. Like it was just a lot.
I feel like it was Power because I was like, I don't have time. I don't have the agenda is full. Because if I got TVs, when this goes off, this comes on.
Yes.
That's why I had to take a break from that because I'm like, TV is taking over my life.
Yeah, and there's a slight period in between all my TV shows where no new seasons are out. And then if somebody says go watch something, I'll watch it during that window.
The binge watch.
I think I'm not. I think the only thing I'm watching in time is Paradise and Abbott Elementary. Everything else either came out a long time ago, and now I'm just watching it versus keeping up with what's
Lord.
actually happening in reality.
Y'all don't want me to name all my TV shows.
Okay.
Okay, I'm the TV person. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a TV
Do you
person.
watch Chicago Fire or something? Chicago something?
Chicago PD.
Maybe.
Mama was real close to getting me on that one, and it airs either before or after one of mine. So I called either the beginning or the ending. I was like, "Ooh, that was a good episode. I'm gonna watch that." And I was like, "No, don't do it. You got enough fire shows and you got enough cop shows that you watch already."
Now that I noticed the difference in conversation, you watch live TV a lot or no? Okay,
See,
see,
that's
I
what I was
Well,
thinking too. Do you
it's
still
okay.
have cable?
it's YouTube. It's YouTube TV. And sometimes I won't watch it the night that it airs. I'll either catch it the next slow day that I have, but yeah, it's everything that's out for me is what I'm watching right now.
She doing it like we can't see her. Alright, that's funny.
But yeah.
Okay, so we got some TV shows to catch up. We'll do a full. Oh, let's do that. We'll do a list in our follow up comments post of our TV shows that we're watching to see who of our audience is watching along with us. All right, so we're gonna
And
close.
then we
No,
should
you're
each
not gonna
watch
close.
some.
You're not gonna close
Wait,
it yet.
we should each watch one episode of another person's show that we ain't never watched and give a review on it.
Okay,
I don't think that's fair because then if I get hooked, I'm gonna have another TV show to watch.
You were
'Cause
missing out all along.
y'all gonna like Reacher. It is. I'm so mad. I just now found out about it.
Well, now
Like,
that Paradise is ended, I can fill that in with a new one. I'm gonna try. Okay, so we're gonna make a list and then we're going to do a review of one of the other shows. Okay, cool. Next hot topic.
okay, what was the name? You closer to the kitchen. Sorry, teenager argument.
What was the next? So we're gonna talk about Gucci Mane and Pooh Shiesty. Well, so
What is going on with them? I don't know nothing about no Gucci Man and Pooh Shiesty.
I
Girl,
don't
and
like.
Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane. Don't let
Ah,
Gucci Man. We ain't at work. It's Gucci
Gucci
Mane.
Gucci
Mane.
Mane. Okay, so let's can give the real dirty down details. I'll give the highlight and headline. So I seen on social media that Pooh Shiesty kidnapped Gucci Mane, and then they stole his change, and then his friends posted on social media. But the way it was presented, it was like a live assumption as a social media person. I was like, oh my God, did this just happen? But it was like, I ain't gonna say a while ago, but it wasn't like the day the headline hit. It it had already been to court or there was already documents, affidavits written up. I was like, okay, this does not just happen today. This happened some time ago.
Okay. All right.
Wow, that's where I'll transition it over to Celeste, who has YouTube content creators who follow along, and she follows along with these topics. So I'll pass to Celeste.
According to the official court documents, in January 2026, shortly after Pooh Shiesty was released from federal prison after serving 3 years, he was on a live stream in the back of a black Uber with his parole officer, telling her that he was not at home, that he was at home when he was indeed not. Now, people are saying after that, he got off the phone and went and kidnapped and robbed Gucci Mane. But what had happened was Pooh Shiesty set up a meeting at the recording studio to discuss some business with Gucci Mane. Pooh Shiesty's daddy was there along with some other affiliates. And once they got into the recording studio, Pooh Shiesty asked Gucci Mane could he speak to him in private. So then they went into the audio engineering room and Pooh Shiesty was like, nigga, sign this paper. I want out of my contract. And Gucci was like, I'm just gonna say Burr. Anyway,
Stupid.
like, Gucci man was like, you really doing this right now, bruh? So then Pushaisi pulled out a very large semi-automatic weapon and held it to Gucci's head and said, either you gonna sign this or this is gonna be over. So this is where the kidnapping comes in because people was blocking the door, not letting people leave,
Mm.
and they had guns drawn on them. So apparently he signed it. And Pooh Shiesty turned to his daddy. He was like, this look legit. He was like, it ain't got the date on it. Pooh Shiesty gave the contract back to Gucci Mane. It was like, put the date on it. Then they robbed him and they left. They said they was unscrewing the diamond earrings out of his ear. They took his wedding ring and his watches.
His wedding, not the
But
wedding ring.
they choked up the cameraman. And the cameraman, they took all his stuff too, but he had an Apple AirTag in his wallet. So but they was able to track these little Negroes while they driving around with all this stuff merchandise.
Dummies.
And that's how they found out who had what, when, and where. Not to mention that the black Hellcat at the recording studio was registered to Pooh Shiesty's daddy, and it was seen on film and all these other vehicles that was rented in him and Pooh Shiesty's name. And they did go back on social media and they was posting the 1017 chain. Which I mean, I can see has somebody young and dumb because Pooh Shiesty is signed to Gucci Mane. So you're not thinking that he robbed Gucci Mane and took that chain. Is you on his label, but not anymore. So now the whole thing is like, well, Gucci Mane's a snitch. But with all the people involved, did he really have to? It's a whole fucking cameraman there. You,
Okay,
but
let's.
they're saying that Gucci Mane did give a statement. But I mean, to me, is that snitching?
That is not. I think we need to redefine that because if I was involved in your fiasco scenario and then I told, that's different. But if you did, I don't know.
If you did it to me, if you robbed me, I don't
I'm a
know.
victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I don't know. I don't know.
Because at that point, I wasn't Gucci Man in the streets. I was Gucci Man, the record executive.
That part. That's complicated. But why even go that far? Why not just have an adult meeting and say, hey, I want out of my contract? What does that look like?
'Cause I think they've had that before, and the answer was still no. Why not just put? Well, it would have made sense to put him off the label while he was in jail because he was making money then.
No, because he gonna blow up when he get out, and everybody gonna want to hear what he got to say. But now everybody's at a loss because everybody's going to jail and nobody gonna make no money. So you should have just
And your label's not gonna help you because that's who you robbed.
exactly. What are we doing?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's complicated.
But why? Is it that serious where you had to rob and kidnap the man to get out of the record deal? Is the deal
When
that bad?
when you fresh out of jail, like, can we be strategic about this?
Who's
And why
shiesty?
did you have to do it? Like, couldn't I mean, obviously your daddy could have went up there, but like, what are we?
Oh, and his daddy stopped the Kinkos and made a copy of the contract before
Oh my god!
to the
Anywho,
records.
for clarity, we do not promote violence or subscribe to any of
Any any illegal activity.
And street activities.
any street activities. Because what is going on?
Because when they said who's shiesty, I was like, didn't he just get out of jail?
Why are we talking about him in criminal activity already?
Like November, October. Um,
Yeah. Okay, so that was that. That's still ongoing, right? Or he's in jail like, already.
yeah, I think the trial might start next month because all this happened in January. We
Yeah,
already in April.
they kept that on the low though. Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll close out that and keep us posted. Celeste will be following along with the trial. Last topic, I think, Celeste, you wanted to introduce that one? Chile.
And now that I think about it, that's not as interesting as Dawn.
Okay, yes, done, done.
You're doing the Dawn.
Let's go.
It was just way too much emotion. My theory is that he was going to retire. And you just won a championship last year. You had an undefeated season. Like this is the perfect retirement exit, and they got stopped. And you taking that out on. I'm not excusing his behavior. I just think it is tied to something other than that moment because you clearly made up that story, sir. And you've apologized
Facts.
since, but your actions are documented all over the internet now. So,
Did he really apologize though?
oh, you know what? I
No, no.
said that. Okay, never mind. I take that back.
He did not apologize directly to Don, which I felt like should have been included in his statement.
Mm,
He just spoke on his emotions,
mm.
and that was the statement that was released. And I was like, but where's the apology, sir?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I need to go.
I mean, maybe you need to read it. You might have a different perspective, but
No, there's no because he said I want to the staff of South Carolina Gamecocks and the players.
Hmm. I gotta read it. I gotta read it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me do some research.
Yeah, yeah, hurry up, real quick. Just type in Gino's statement. You don't even got to use a whole lot of words.
right.
Why
So
did Pastor
do
preach
y'all
about that
believe
today, though?
the whole conspiracy theory about the girl's jersey being torn and she put on 55 because that was going to be the 55th win? It was all planned out from the beginning.
Mm.
Mm-mm-mm. And then, mm-mm-mm.
I did not know that
Look, I ain't
theory.
trying to take it to church, but I'm like, look at God.
Yeah, they said the whole thing was planned out anyway.
Sidebar. Speaking of God, Pastor preached about this today at church. And he was like, even when there's chaos going around you, God still got you because you look and her player high fived her and she's still like that's God saying all this chaos around you, I still got you.
Raven, yeah, because she said it calmed her down when she
Mm.
did that. But then the other staff member that was standing there with her arms crossed and was like, and
Hmm.
I was like, oh my God, she got every type of friend on her staff
Right.
that you need in those moments.
Yes.
And then when she kept on saying, I beat Gino's ass. Who beat Gino's ass? And Lee, the
And
interpreter that you liked on Instagram when they were reading the whole reading the
Hmm.
lips. I was like, oh, sweet baby Jesus.
This sound okay. I'm reading the statement. It sounds real bland. Like it sounds real around the situation. I don't like it.
sounds real. This could have been an email.
Hmm.
But he didn't say her name. And I get it. I get it. She is a staff member of South Carolina.
But yeah, but that you attacked her, so it should have been directly
I
to
mean,
her.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a deflection. I ain't really gonna apologize to you, but here's my half-ass apology.
And there it is.
And during all of this, because they were like, Pat Summit been trying to tell y'all about that man. I
Mm-mm.
don't know if y'all seen the Pat Summit memes about her being in heaven laughing and cackling and having a good time. But she always said he was like that.
And I'm not trying to be trying to bring in my shame, but the men's coach, they said, oh, these two have quite a bit in common, and they both coach the same school. Because the men's coach is like he counts and wines.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, I just feel like at some
Mm.
point he had to. Well, maybe not, because when you're in the heat of the moment, because I was like, you did the whole thing with the handshake, and then you literally just walked off the court. Like,
Yeah, you could tell you was embarrassed because you could have still
yeah,
reconciled in that moment.
yeah, it could have easily been corrected.
But he lied about the whole handshake at the beginning of the game, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't even.
yeah.
Why was that your point of that? Why would that be your first statement you say to like what?
And
You
like
got to
some
find a
people,
good excuse. You got to find something. I don't know. I don't know.
what do y'all think he said to her?
It's probably
I
about
don't
the
know.
handshake because she was like, I would never do that. It had to be something along the lines where he felt like she was disrespectful to him. Because that's all she kept saying is, I would never do that. That's not who I am.
Yeah,
Unless
that
he tried
part.
to accuse the whole ripping of the jersey on her, but
He
that was
can't get
wild
that
too when they
done. They
showed
say I
her.
already had his whole plan.
His plans got ruined. That's what happened. He was hurt because all his plans was ruined.
That
The whole 55
yeah.
jersey and all that, and then the chick ripping it. Y'all was still down. Well, they wasn't gonna come back at that point, was they?
No.
So like that's a lost cause at this point.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, it was a lot going on. And it all came to light that they lied, pretty much. They lied.
And
And
then all the statements. What do you think about the statements from the WNBA players, previous players? Um,
I hadn't seen all that. On what side of this?
Well, they showed Paige, and I don't know how to say the other girl's name, but she's over the 3-on-3. Her, no, it starts with an N, and I don't know how to. I can't remember her name. They showed their reactions to it.
Mm,
Well, according to social media, it was their reactions. And then Diana Taurasi released a statement, and she's not taking either side, but she's just commending them for both being, historical and legends and all that. And yeah, I didn't know how to feel about that either.
just stay quiet. Like you didn't have to say nothing.
You didn't say nothing.
So if somebody
Yeah.
asks you, sure. When you talk about it on your podcast, sure. But nobody asked you to put out a statement.
Yeah. And then, yeah. I mean, the majority of the ones that I've seen was like, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong, he's wrong. That was from every direction. And then it's a few that's not really taking sides.
Mm. Hmm. Well,
Mm.
it's
But
mm,
yeah, I'll always be Team Dawn. So,
facts. We will close out the episode. Thanks for joining and listening. We're going to follow up with those TV shows and our feedback on a new series that we are tuning into. So thanks for listening and to Sisters on the Sideline.